Hey, my name is Jordan, and I'm a super passionate hospice nurse. And I want to tell you how I became a hospice nurse or why I became a hospice nurse. I thought I was born and bred to be a critical care nurse. My mom is a nurse herself, and I kind of grew up in the dialysis world, and I was like, man, this is so interesting, but I need a little bit more adrenaline. I need something a little bit more oomph. And I was young and silly, and so critical care was like the big moment. So I thought that was it. Well, as I love neurological ICU and the people I worked with, working COVID truly made me realize what the phrase quality of life truly means. And there's nothing wrong with people wanting to seek tons of treatment to get someone better. But from the neuro ICU and COVID ICU, I saw that I'm literally keeping someone alive just through machines and medicine. If we were to turn all this off, they'd have nothing. They would die. Or if it wasn't for this machinery, their quality of life literally would be nothing. So they have such low quality of life. And I was like, man, this is not what I want to participate in. And I'm not dissing anyone who does this. There's some beautiful stories in critical care, but I really struggled going home all I did was keep a body alive. I felt like their soul and their spirit who were already gone. And I cried a lot, by myself on my way home, just listening to no music, just tears were rolling down going, okay, I've got to make a change. So I eventually looked up other jobs, and hospice wasn't even a thought. I was looking up jobs OR, other things. And I was like, the thought of OR, no. And then this hospice job just kind of sat in my lap. It was hey, it was on LinkedIn or some website. It was hey, looking for a hospice nurse. And I was like, that actually sounds interesting. I shadowed a girl and I fell in love. I will never forget. I went to a patient's home with her, and this woman was on service or something, and she was sitting there, and we just had girl talk. We were all just talking. And I was like, man, when we left, I told the girl I was shadowing, she doesn't seem like she's dying. And she goes, well, these were her declines she's having, but she's doing really good right now. Her quality of life is so high, even though the disease process is taking her. She's just so happy to be home and not go to the doctors and all that. I said, oh, count me in. And I have been doing hospice, for quite a while now. And it is so, I feel so full, getting to go into someone's home, and I'm a guest in their home, but to feel so welcomed because they're so grateful. And I know that sounds so horrible, but I get treated so well most of the time by people that I'm supposed to be serving you, And I just want this to be an encouragement thing, because I found that there's so much quality of life in being on hospice. I have took care of people in California as well as now. They've been on service so long that sometimes CMS will be red flag. No, it's just they have a terminal illness, but they're doing so well because they know their quality of life is not a doctor's appointment, not blood draws, not another scan or a test. And it's beautiful. So I just wanted to talk about quality of life and talk about why hospice is a beautiful thing and why I became a hospice nurse. Thanks for listening.